Welcome back, hunters. We are still continuing on. This is where we left off. I've reset the time to 14:04. Last time we made our way all the way over through here. We did this mountain twice. Early time, daytime. This time I think we're going to come up through here to here in the afternoon, and then we're going to come back down over to here somewhere. Probably into where we were at the lake here. And then we're going to do it early. Actually, we should probably do it early first. What do you guys think? I don't know why I'm asking. I'm not live streaming. So we're going to do it early. So I'm going to reset my time. We're going to come up through here early. And we'll keep going up until we hit the afternoon time. Then we'll switch to early, come back down. That's my new plan. I don't like that plan either. We're going to go search this mountain over here. We're going around this mountain. We got to go counterclockwise. So we'll set it. We really should start from here. Is this the haunted one? I'm about to find out. As I indecisively start this fucking thing. Yeah. The Haggis is proving to be quite the foe. Yeah, we're at the haunted one. This is the haunted one. Alright, so you guys were wondering. That is the location of the haunted Airbnb. I can't get on it. Come on. There we go. Court. Whatever. Something at Haunted Land. There you go. Anyway, this thing's kind of cool. So we'll go in and I'll show you what it does. You come in, and she's trashed. You can't even get in through here. You can see there's fire in there. I don't know how the fire got in there, but the door, you can't even get in the fucking door. Alright, you come in here. Oh, look, there's a shotgun there. There's a pig on the table. Knife stuck in the table. There's garbage everywhere. Oh my god, Jesus. The gun goes off. What the hell is that? So, until you leave the room, it doesn't reset. Alright, then you go upstairs. And you heard a door open. Over here. This is the bathroom. And over here. Oh, the gun went off again. And you got a rope under the chair. Room's trashed. Another knife laying around here in a little seance circle. Where they sacrifice something. Then you come back out. There you go. We've set everything off. Then you gotta go outside to reset it all. Anyway. I gotta show you the coolest part. I'm gonna set it to nighttime. Alright. She's nighttime. Hear the door still. I'm out here. And all the lights are red. Now you come back inside, everything's red. You can't open up any of these doors. Maybe this was the trick. Sleep here. Alright. We're going for 6:22 in the morning. Okay, nothing's red anymore. Okay. I'll put a waypoint there. Where does that put it? Right over there. See, it's trashed outside. It's just all trashed. I'm gonna take this trail out of here. I'm gonna head up the mountain. Out over there. Red fox over there. I'm gonna start going around the mountain as she comes. We're gonna do the early time all the way out to 12. Then we'll come back the other way. And I'm gonna kind of break this up that way. No, it's maybe showing you guys just triggered the haggis for me. Like sleeping in the haunted house. What do you guys think? You think it's that foolish? We got a road deer traveling around. Well, might as well get you searching for road deer. Found one already. He's up top there. Do you see what I see, dog? What was that? There's one. And a road deer already. Bet you he goes that way. You watch. Okay. Kind of at the height we want. We want to come this way. All right, I'll entertain you. Are you going after that first road deer I saw? All right, you little growling bastard. Oh yeah, I also checked out some of the multiplayer there today. There's a whole bunch of guys out there that got nothing found on their maps. Wide open for you guys. Like I say, if you don't want to go through the hassle finding your own Haggis and you want to take somebody else's, just venture on over there. I, on the other hand, am stubborn. Oh, level 2 Sika deer. It's going the right way. So yeah, like I say, I went there. The guy had like, you can tell all he's been doing is fucking around with wild boar, and he literally had nothing found on the upper portion of his map, like wide open for the taking. Now, does he have one spawned on his map? Who knows? Did he do any missions? Who knows? I don't know if it works that way in multiplayer, but if it's just the first two missions, yeah, you would have got the castle, you would have got the lookout. So if that's all it takes, then I would say, yeah, you guys want to hit multiplayer, you probably snag yourself some haggis. But not knowing what else we got to do. Hitting the zones over here anyway. Everything but haggis. Sick of deer. I don't really feel like taking any of them yet. I kind of want to just look. Get all the zones. Like, what's that? Just standing there, like, look at how many frickin' zones I just got. Maybe gunning everything is my problem. Alright, so one, at least 5 zones. He's pointing at the sick of deer. Hey, I'm here. Run away now. We're not gunning off the bat. However boring it's going to be, we're not going to gun right off the bat here. We're going to take a methodical approach to this. There's another zone I didn't get. Let me just tell you, I believe there's a competition for the weasels right now. Pretty sure he's going to find all kinds of shit right now. Jesus. I think I was never over here. I was. But in this game, it's all based on time. Depends on what time I come through at. Plus, I spent most of my time down around the lake. Oh. Not a haggis. Okay, anyway, do you want to continue that way? What? You're gonna run this way, right? Here I come. Oh, we're gonna go back up the hill for all the ones I looked at that you were like pissed off that I never took a shot at. Alright. Well, I'm going this way. Where's that guy? Yeah, let him go. Turn over a new leaf. Yeah, you're only a level 1. I got too far from the dog and he's given up on life. Somebody's out there. Continue on this way. Really? You're up here, are you? There he is. Where's your zone? Where's your zone, you dirty bastard? Said you could hang out here without a zone. No one had a zone. Dirty bugger. I'm sick of your zone. Got a zone over here, or is he just walking through? Let's find out. Got kind of all kinds of shit over here. The weasels, we got cicadere. Look around here. Something over there. There he is. Yeah, cicadere. Try again. Okay, we're at our marker here. I'm going to come over this way. Backtracking again. Let's see what he comes up with. Oh, you're sneaking now. Roe deer. Alright, we're going this way. Time we at? 7:30. Okay. Continue this way. That one hung out to the end. Just a rabbit. There he goes. Gully there that he's in. Yeah, this way, dog. Yeah, you went up over the top. Lots of pine marten over here anyway. Yeah. All right. Continue circling the mountain here. And just spooking pine marten everywhere. And this whole side of this is probably like their best zone over here. If you want to hunt pine marten, come to this side of this mountain. It is absolutely littered with pine marten everywhere. Yeah, there's Sitka deer. Every one of them girls. No stags. All right, we'll continue on this way. What's our time? We're at 8:30. That'll take him. That's because I can't just run and not shoot at stuff. It's not in my bones. I tried. I gave it the honest effort, but I gotta shoot at shit. I'm a hunter. I'm a hunter. And I'm out here hunting. I'm not out here for nature walking. Although the haggis does have me baffled. Baffled, I say. Need more information on the haggis. There's a trigger. There's some sort of trigger that nobody's put together yet. 40 some odd people got lucky doing it. Yeah, he's out. That's what makes him come out. There's something. And who knows? Maybe they've gone back to the old RNG setup for great ones, where you could spend, like back in the day, like a short grind was 8,000 kills for a great one, not 450, 500 that we got now. Like a great one was a true great one. And I think this thing might be it. Where, you know, you could spend a considerable chunk of your Call of the Wild life grinding a new wave for this great one. And that's what I think this thing is. Like, in my gut, that's what it's telling me. Like, these guys are smart, but they're not that smart. They're devs. Like, I think they've kind of taken it back to the old way of the great ones. Where, yeah, you weren't getting this thing in 7 days. You weren't getting it in 400 kills, right? You weren't doing 10 rotations set up and herd managed, and bang, here the fucking thing isn't under 1,000 kills or 1,000 kills. No, like it was like 0.01% of getting a fucking great one, and now it's like 5%, I would say. They won't admit to it, but like, come on. These things come way too easy now. Did I go blowing by my marker already? Oh no, I'm above it. I'm above it. That's okay. I'm gonna keep coming this way. Like, yeah, you can tell me what you want, but yeah, they made the great ones way too easy. There's too many. And, like, yeah, I'm kind of jaded that the feral goat didn't get his due. Like, a great one should have horns. Shouldn't be a pig with tusks. Everywhere else in the world, wild boar is vermin, except in maybe Europe. But even there, like, you know, those guys do drive hunts. They shoot everything in sight. They're not trophy hunting boars. Those guys hunt boars and sell them to a market. You buy it as wild meat in a market. You know, everywhere else, they're like an overgrown rat. They're vermin. No one wants them. They mass slaughter them. Great one is not. It's not a wild boar. Feral goat, yeah, that's pushing it too. But at least a feral goat, like you look at a level 5 diamond rack. Like the thing is freaking huge. Coiled out, 10 feet from its head. The thing looks like a great one already. There's so many fur variations with the goat, it's ridiculous. You can't even tell which one is rare, because there's a mixed, and you got to be like up close and personal with this thing to figure out which one the mixed is. And I think I was going to rant for a bit, just because I do. But I think why does that one look a little different? I don't think it's anything special. No, because it looks exactly like that one there. You're not a special deer. Yeah. And I think that's what it is. Like they said, it's a new spawn system. And you take, like, the Call of the Wild community is absolutely massive. It's a huge community. There's a lot of people that play this game. A lot. This game is, holy crap, there's still, get out of here. This game's been around 9 years. It has 1 to 2 DLCs a year. Big DLCs, like maps. It's recreating its animals all the time. It's adding new animals all the time. It's just nonstop. So this game, when you buy this game, you're getting bang for your buck, because it's not going to end. They were doing the same with the Angler, but you know, you had to pick one. They couldn't keep up. So the Angler got axed. And yeah, it had a pretty good following, not the hunting game size following, but the Angler had a pretty good following of people. And it was the same too. They were DLCing it up. But you know, there had to come a time when you had to pick and choose. And rightfully so, they chose the hunt game, because well, that's your largest community. That's where your biggest drivers are. That's where your biggest content creators are. Not me included. I'm not a big content creator in this genre. Like, I'm not a lady legend. You know, I'm not a KG. I'm not Scarecrow. Be realistic. Like, I'm a small creator, and that's fine. And rightfully so. I haven't paid my dues. Right? I've been doing this since beginning of September. It's January. Yeah, I tapped into something early that gave me a shit ton of subs, but it didn't give me watch time. Yeah, that's, you know, you know, majority of my stuff isn't watched by the people that subscribe to me. Like it's like 30% subscribed, 70% new. So, people are still discovering me. And I'm good with that. Monetized? No. Good with it. It'll come one day. Or it won't. Like 80% of all channels fail. Or 80% of all channels don't go anywhere. Yeah, I had some initial success. But, I stay on top of it to, I want quality subscribers. I want a community. I want, playing with the fans and doing all that kind of stuff. And who knows, 10 years when I retire, maybe I'm still doing this shit. And it's my hobby. So I'm not putting a bullet in my mouth or something stupid because I don't have work or anybody to go talk to other than the wife anymore. It's a real thing, guys. Trust me. And yeah, I'm only 10, 11 years away from being able to fruitfully retire with still all my cognitive abilities. Early 60s. And I'm not scared to say my age. Yeah, I'm not a young guy. I'm not a tech savvy guy. I'm not a salesman. I'm a mechanic by trade. I work on big, huge equipment, and I've done that all my life, and my body's broken for it. So, yeah, you're not working until you're 80 years old, 75 years old, or even into your late 60s in what I do for a living and what I've been doing all my life. It's not there. Paid me well, very well. Yes. I say, all you young people out there trying to figure out what you're going to do for your life, going in the trades, don't snub them. There's 2 billion people that come out of India alone that are in engineering and IT. You're not going to compete with that market. They churn out 2 billion grads in those two things a year, every year. That's a saturated pool. So, yeah, nice, clean work. Yeah, everybody's like, oh, I've been playing with computers and games all my life. Great. It's like anything else, man. You need something that's going to pay. You need something that's going to you got to go to school for. You need, everybody wants to buy a house. Everybody wants to have a family. Get married. Kids, maybe. Dogs. Travel the world. Whatever you want to frickin' do. Right? That shit ain't free. He didn't get up, did he? I don't think he did. You need a job that pays and pays well and gives you time off. I work a pretty cozy 7 on, 7 off shift. So basically I work 6 months of the year, a little less because I get a couple weeks holidays. And I make enough money to afford a house. I'm married, don't have kids. Yeah, I travel. I have nice things. I get to do what I want to do. But yeah, I had to work for it. But the cool part is, I didn't pay for any of my schooling. No, I got paid. I got on as an apprentice. My 4 years, I got paid to go to school. And I got paid for the year I was training to get my hours to go to the next year's schooling. Right? I did 5 years of schooling, and I didn't fork out a dime. That's the God's honest truth. So, at the end of it all, I didn't have student loans I was trying to pay back. None of that shit. We're at Port Whiskey. There's this guy. Yeah, I'll let you go if you don't do something stupid. So yeah, don't snub the trades, man. There's lots of trades out there. Electrician's a good one. You can work pretty much anywhere. Mechanic, welder, machinist, millwright, carpenter, fabricators. People that build houses. People that build cars, fix cars, build bridges, whatever. We all get paid well. Lay pipe in the ground. We all get paid well, and we didn't have to do a lot of education to do it. You know, you see them. Some of us are stupid with their money. You see your big jacked up trucks with all the lights underneath it, and you got your $400,000 Mastercraft boat tagging along behind it, and yeah, you're only 2 paychecks into the job. You're smart with your money. You're not that guy. But you don't want for nothing. And yeah, you can travel the world on it. Stuff needs fixing everywhere in the world. So, all you gotta have is just a smidgen of common sense and a little bit of mechanical ability. And yeah, you think I take my vehicles to the shop to get fixed? No. I save myself thousands of dollars and do it myself. Does the job go smoothly every time? No, I'm not an automotive mechanic. Sometimes it takes me a little bit longer. I'm not going to start a YouTube channel about fixing shit, but that ability's there. Change your own friggin' oil. Change your brakes. Fix your steering. Figure out why the dash don't light up anymore. Why is this thing beeping at me? You can do that kind of shit because you learn the basic ability to do it. So, I can say, yeah, that kid, don't shy away from the trades. The trades will do you right one day. And they're begging for people. You'll have a job before you even get out of your first pre-app school. Yeah, you can take a pre-app course. Hey, if you know someone in there and they'll start you out, you start out as a laborer, running lube trucks, sweeping floors, stuff like that. You work yourself up into mechanics helper, sometimes some guys just carry it into an uncertified position. Yeah, you don't get paid what a journeyman gets paid, but more than enough for those guys. One guy who just retired, who recently worked for me, yeah, he was an uncertified, we classified him as an uncertified tradesman. So he got about 70% of what a mechanic got. And yeah, he did most of his life on PM services. There he is running there. And yeah, he retired. 64 years old, retired. And he retired in Mexico. He had a place down there. He bought a place down there. He had a place up here. Called her quits. Packed her up. Yeah, he lives on the beach. And good on him. He deserves it. And that's where you want to be. 64 years old. You owe nobody nothing. Living on a beach. You decide what you're doing today. That's the goal. You don't need millions and billions of dollars. It would be nice to have millions and billions of dollars. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to torch you if you actually hit her big, but you don't need that. Okay? Be smart with your money, kids. The nice stuff will come to you. You don't need it all day one. Nothing there. What's this? Hiding behind. We got another road here. So yeah, that's my rant. Went off the rails. Nothing to do with Call of the Wild. But hey, if I could teach you one thing, a minimal budget. Oh, whatever the hell that was. Just a give it her. Oh yeah. And I think I started out with the EW boys and ranting about how this thing was a great one, and we completely went off onto a life lesson and stay in school, kids. It happens, Older guys like that forget what they're talking about and just go off on tangents. That's why we do not prefer to talk about politics when we're doing any of this stuff, because ain't nobody got that kind of time in the day, and I got a full-time job that I eventually have to go back to. It's just ramblings. But hey, it's entertaining. Anybody notice if I ran past the friggin' haggis yet? Throw it in the comments below. Or tell me that I'm completely off my rocker and I should probably get back on my meds. Oh, I found somewhere sick of deer. How handy. Where are we here? We're gonna way downtown. Almost back up here. It hasn't even been a full morning run, so we might just around the lake. We got time still. Yeah. So yeah, the haggis is proving to be. I think the haggis is probably driving me crazy. This long on one map, which I normally don't do. You know, I open it up, I find shit. I go and find all my diamonds and rares that I can, and I move on. And this is probably, I'll tell you, this is the longest I've been on a new map. Hands down. And all because of a fictitious creature. Yeah, that's the crazy part right there, boys and girls. Alrighty. We're continuing up this way. Put our next marker out. Which I think is going to be over here. We're heading over there. Also, a little set of bagpipes pipes up. What? This is probably one of the best challenges I've had in this game in a long time, that's for sure. And it's been fun. It's been fun. Don't get me wrong, it's been fun. But I'm hoping they come out with a couple more clues. Can't be total dicks about this thing. You know, not all of us got it on the first clue, and I don't think any of us figured it out off the first clue other than do 2 missions. Which everybody did. Alright. And all it says is time. Time. Put time on the map. Well, that I have. So is it time on the map, or do I gotta play this thing 24 hours frickin' straight to make this thing show up? That ain't happening. Well, there's that guy. Oh, he was smart, huh? Good for you, buddy. Getting the Caper Cali trained. I didn't get attacked over here this time, so that's a nice fucking change of pace. Huh? I have a feeling that guy wants to start, so don't worry, dog. I got this. I got this. They want a war, I'll give them a war. Widget. Never big enough. Alright, continuing through here. I think we're only at like 10 o'clock, yeah. Yeah, I can't see you. You're safe. Alright, run over this way. Pretty thick in here. Well, maybe that's where he is. Widget. I'll run up here. Making my way downtown. I'll let the dog go back to work. Find me some roe deer. Well, we found this trail. Yeah. Over there, we want to head like this direction. What the heck was this? Oh yeah, so we continue. Like I say, we're looping on this side of the map. We're doing this third here. Pine marten growling at me. Oh, 2 coyotes, 2 red fox. Oh, do 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 do. There's no tracks here, so I don't know what the hell I picked up over here. There it is. Rodents. Traveling to something. Stuck on a tree. Alright. Making our way downtown here. Anybody drinking down here? Do, do, blah, da da da, la di da. Alright, moving along. Oh, I wonder if the thing is I don't sleep. I just keep going. No, I slept in the haunted house. Maybe I just run straight through the morning. Maybe that's the ticket. Maybe that's what they mean by the time. Time without a reset. So far, everybody that's shot this thing, they haven't been resetting much fucking time. They've just been kind of like moseying along doing their fucking thing. Maybe that's the key. Alright, we're not sleeping no more. Even if this episode ends, I'll pick up where I left off. It's really tough in this game. Because the time keeps running when you're fucking gone. We'll just keep going here. Can't be something that ridiculous. Running down this side here, running down this side of the lake. Oh, dog, do something. Find something. Anything. Any old bagpipers here, boys. Come on, just pop them bagpipes right on off. Now look at what we got here. These are two. Looks like he wants to start something. That should be enough. Oh, he's a tough guy. Not so tough. Alright. Moving off over here and here. Yeah, he's after something. It's laying on the rock. Just can't have that. No, it's dead on the rock. Yeah. Save him from his evil ways. That's kind of unfortunate. I don't know how he hasn't fallen off yet. Thank you. Where are we at here? We're at 11 o'clock. Let's go towards this hunt stand. No big ones. Some of the solos are starting to come back. Hello. Damn. Bet you didn't expect that this morning. Bye, Mark. Yeah, that's place. Blah, 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 blah. Veggers. More Caper Cali. Hey, I think these birds are either down on their luck or they're just not getting any smarter. That one was smarter. A bit out of the range of this gun, I guess. Where are we at here? Save you the trouble, dog. All right. We're back in uncool. As far as we can see. Let's see, over 400. Nothing there. We're good in there. Where are we at? Right about there. Everything else is blind to us. All right. As you can tell, we beat this shit out of this corner. So next, we are going to come back up to the haunted house. And we're going to work this area here. Actually, no, we're going to go to this house. And we're going to work our way around here. Yes, that's what we're going to do. We're going to work this mountain next. And nothing's happening here. We pretty much got her covered. Out in this area here, we could probably do some more. Like pretty high on the mountain here. Worked this pretty good. Yeah, a little bit more up through here. Yeah, I think we'd have to do some more up through here. Through here over into here. And then around here. A little more through the tops here. Definitely quite a bit more up here. Coming down into this area here. There ain't many places we ain't been. This is probably the least searched place I got, other than being in the south. I got shit in the south. I got nothing in the south. I spent zero fucking time in the south. Okay. There's a mountain here, though. And a mountain here. And then there's this mountain. But nothing's been found down here, and everybody's been grinding the shit out of this place. So you think if the fucking Haggis was down here, he'd have been found. But if you didn't do any fucking missions and you just ran out here and set out barrels and fucking stands, maybe. Maybe. It's a crazy idea, but I think we need to hit this. So we're going to end the episode up here. We will continue the quest for the Haggis. We're going to start in the afternoon time again. And then we'll probably do the morning time. And see what we get. And if that doesn't give us anything, then plan F or J or whatever we're on now. Could be even higher than that. Who knows? Well, there's shit running over here already. Feral guts. They're fleeing. They must have been over in here somewhere. Now that we're at the non-haunted house. Alright. 11:30, so yeah, we'll reset her back to 6. We'll do some runs around this mountain. We'll go both ways, who knows. See what comes up. Fill in the blanks over here. Maybe a little bit more up through here. Because we did die over here. Like, we were coming across and then the red deer just accosted us. And that over here. I know there's nobody down and you're not going to find them in the cave. But we're going to run this area. See what we come up with. Like I say, this is probably the only area I haven't spent any time in by the looks of it. Unless there is absolutely nothing here for zones. So we'll do both times, morning and afternoon. We might run this side again here, maybe afternoon. But it's pretty dense, the forest, and thick shit, and I don't think there's anything else left there. But we definitely got to spend some time here. And then, yeah, maybe up in here. You dizzy yet? But, alright guys, thank you for watching. Catch you in the next one. Dingo out.